Deuce.
All right. Ian,
Deuce.
the deuce.
Deuce. All right.
It's time for our Patreon poll Q&A. Ian, how do you access the?
You go to www.patreon.com/CU podcast.
That was like your radio jingle version of it.
Yeah.
That's not bad. We should just pre-record that. All right, Ian. This is what this was the most lopsided in history.
Boop, boop,
Let's
boop.
see what was it ended up at. In third place with a bullet. Let's see. Third place published poll. And on a Patreon, Ian writes once a week. Hopefully not while I'm out somewhere. I can't post it on a weekend. But that aside, Ian writes, and then you could have access to our Patreon poll and also the full video podcast for all awkward interactions we have.
Mm-hmm.
Besides
a lot of them.
a lot of them besides this right now. So in third place, at only 8%. Wow, crunch in video game development, can it be avoided? No one cares at 8%. At 15%, why do people become toxic on the internet regardless of topic? 15%. And the runaway hit. What is the worst game you ever bought brand new when it was released? 76%. Ian, what was the worst game you bought brand new?
Jesus, I got like two answers to this, I suppose. I didn't buy this one brand new, but I essentially begged for it to be bought brand new.
You begged
via the magic of Christmas. Spoiler alert if you're a child here.
Spoiler alert if you're a child? That Christmas is something you
So,
no
anyways, yeah, Santa's not real. So, I've told this story before in various capacities, but we'll go with this one again real quick. So, I was young. My brother and I were making our Christmas lists. My brother was having a tough time rounding it out, and he was like, I feel like I should ask for one more thing. I want a game, but I don't know what. And we were looking at the fucking... the circulars, the ads, the catalogs.
Sunday Circular.
Yep. And we saw there was a Home Alone 2 video game for the NES. And we had seen the movie and we enjoyed the movie, and I was like, I don't know, Home Alone 2 might be kind of cool. And he was like, no, I don't know. I don't know if I want that. I was like, oh, no, it'll probably be great. You should put that on your Christmas list. And he was like, yeah, that'll be a good idea. Yeah, I'll put that on my Christmas list. So my younger brother put that on his Christmas list, and I was like, I think that'll be a good one. That'll be a good idea. So he put it on his Christmas list, and he got it for Christmas, and oh my God, was it the worst. I mean, it's just the worst. It's a horrible video game. I think I gave it 1.5 stars in a certain NES guidebook, and it's a guilt trip that it's a guilt that stays with me to this day. I mean, I was probably like 10 years old when that happened, and I'm 36 now. And I still feel guilty about the year that I made my brother waste a Christmas present on Home Alone 2 for the original Nintendo.
Give it 1 star. I gave the original 1.5 stars.
Okay, yeah.
Nudged it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's probably about right. The original is not good, but it's probably a little bit better.
The community game Home Alone 1, 2 stars somehow. Like, and 1 no for Home Alone 2.
Yeah, it's really that bad. It's just
that bad?
It's that bad. Recently I bought SNK Heroines for the Switch, and it's just not good. The battle system is bad. I put like 5 or 6 hours into it trying to wring some fun out of it. The big problem is you have to finish every battle with a super move when the life bar gets down to a certain color, and
which sounds weird to me.
Yeah, the game's weird. They simplify everything, and the simplified control scheme for the game is not the worst. Like, people complained about it. I can deal with the simplified fight scheme. It's the weird requirement that you have to finish with a special that drives me nuts, because you have to get them down to a certain spot on the life bar, and then you have to finish them with the special, and then if they block or miss, then you have to build the bar back up again. And it should be a very fast, quick playing fighting game with the simplified controls, and that would be fine. Except for the fact that it's not, and sometimes you can get down to that little end bit, and the matches will just fucking carry on for like another minute and a half, and it's like, it's fucking bad. All right, you.
Okay. I don't know. Well, Jaws was 3 stars, but I don't know if we can count that brand new because someone stole it and was selling it, across from the Jersey State Prison.
It's brand new to you.
It was brand new. He had a shipping box of 6 somehow. And at a flea market, getting an NES game brand new for $10, you're not going to question that because that doesn't happen. The only time that used to happen would be later on when they started re-releasing games like Castlevania. It was like $20 at Toys R Us, and that's when I got Castlevania. I was like, oh my God, $20. So my dad bought it for me because that was like most NES games were $40 or $50 still.
Yeah.
So the question is, do I count PC stuff like shareware? that is purchased at like CompUSA when it's like 100, 101 for like $5 CD or $8.
You can.
Because there were some bad games in there.
Yeah.
But there were some fun ones too. Like I remember playing this capture the flag or tag manhunt game where like you would like almost like roll a dice and move people to on like this field. I don't know if anyone out there ever played this game. I gotta find this.
Was it a huge grid?
It was kind of a grid. It was like a field though. I mean, it had to be like.
Yeah.
You played that?
I think I have.
Okay, that's fucking weird.
I used to play a lot of shitty shareware.
But that was
all the shareware.
But that was decent. That was a decent game.
I'm pretty sure I played that one.
But the
That
other
sounds
80,
familiar.
85 games were not good on those shareware though. So I don't know if you can count that. I'm not sure you can. I really have to think back. I see, being that I did my due diligence because I only got $2 a week for allowance until I was 12 years old. I didn't have a lot of money to burn. So like Three Stooges was to me not a bad game, but disappointing versus the to pay $50 plus tax at Electronic Boutique, in 1980, 89. That's a big deal to blow that sort of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of making your bed and taking out the garbage cans when you're a kid.
Yep.
That's 25 weeks. That's half a year.
Yeah.
That was devastating to me. So that's what I mean. Like that was, so I can say that was the worst game I bought, even though it's not the worst game I owned.
Right.
If that makes sense.
But it was it's a decent, you like the game, but that was a bad purchase choice.
It was not half a year chores worthy. That's for sure.
Right.
It was not half a year, taking the garbage out on Tuesday and Thursdays, whenever I did it, to Tuesday and Fridays. I remember buying some PC stuff that I regret in the store. Back when there was CompUSA competing with Computer City, so they had the dueling circular ads. There was always sales. I still remember getting buy one, get one free on Warcraft 2 when it first came out. You got Warcraft 1 for free. It was like, that was an insane deal at the time. But I did take some chances on stuff like Noctropolis by EA. Not a horrible game, not a good game to me. And it was, just a point-and-click adventure game. You like dove into the comic world. And the reason I bought it, because there was boobies. And when you're 15 years old, it's hard to get boobies before the internet got big. And seeing it on the back of a game, it was like it was out in the open, like, a little gold box release. It was a mature game, but it was like a re-release. And I was like, it's like $12 in 1995. And, I'm 15-year-old Pat, and there's almost a nipple in the back. I'm going to buy this game. It's not a good game, though. It's all just about full motion video and point-and-click adventure. It's not a good game.
I would like to buy this.
Yes, I have my money in my wallet that I would like. Here's a $20 bill. Please don't say anything to my parents.
Adult face.
Yeah, adult face. And then getting into the game, I don't know if I even got to the nudity in that game, though. I think it was so tough and just unforgiving at the time that I don't even saw the nudity at that game. So that was just a bad investment to begin with. So yeah, if you count shareware, there's tons of bad stuff that was bought. But I was more careful, I think, getting into, as you got older, Super Nintendo era, buying Sierra and LucasArts games when I got a little older, at Best Buy, or buying the best was the bargain bin at KB toy stores of computer games. That's where I got half my Sierra stuff. That's where I got stuff like Goblins 2 for like $5 and Space Quest 3 for $10 in the box. That was awesome.
I just looked up some Noctropolis nudity.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not bad.
I mean, there's an alien head on top of it, though.
Is there? There's a couple ones. There's a normal nudity scene.
Okay.
There's an alien nudity scene. I didn't even get that far in the game. Buy it on Good Old Games for probably $5. You can say now Ian's curious. Again, not a terrible game, but probably the worst game I bought when it was semi, brand new at the time. So there you have it. I'm probably leaving off a few, but it was probably a computer game. I'm not going to count Commando on the XT. It's first game I bought when I was a kid. Not the greatest game on the XT. Better on the Commodore. But, when you're 5 years old, you don't know any better, at the time. My dad returned Thexter, though. I should buy that again.
Thexter's awesome.
Why did I have my dad return that? Because I got an NES. That's why. It was either Thexter or Akari Warriors. That's a bad... That's a bad decision. Now,
that's a bad decision.
My uncle bought it for me, but it was a game I liked in the arcade. Akari Warriors, brand new for Christmas. I think that might take the cake for there. My uncle bought it for me, I believe.
Thexter's brutally difficult, though. I mean,
yes.
Child Pat might not have loved Thexter.
But, it was IBM XT. You wanted to play some games. It was a big deal getting a computer game at the time. I don't think I own Thexter. I'm going to go buy it on eBay. I'm going to go buy that. All right. Moving on, Ian.
Get it on Famicom.